Thank you for joining me on Bree Speaks on a beautiful afternoon. I really appreciate you guys' supports. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I also like to show my appreciation to all my new subscribers. Thank you for your support. Please keep listening to the messages. I have some very important things to talk about and things to dive into. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of standing your ground and making sure that you don't allow people to gaslight you and try to get you to believe things that's totally not true. And we're going to talk about that today. So let's get straight into it. Have you ever been in a situation with a family or a friend that you have around? These people always around you and they always trying to disagree with certain things you're saying, or they always got something negative to say, and they always trying to get you to believe things that's they know that's not true. They just want you to get you to believe because a lot of the times, typically, these people are narcissists. And you have to identify these narcissists and know who they are because they always think that they're right in every particular situation. Now, you could be having a conversation with somebody and they always going to say, oh, nah, that's not true. Nah, it's this way. Without doing no proper research, these people don't do no research. A lot of the times, these people don't read no books. They just, all they do is be on social media engaging in foolishness. But like I said, it's important to stand your ground, hold your ground. Don't buckle for these people because a lot of the times most of the time you be right. You know you be right because you have done the knowledge and you have acquired the wisdom and the understanding, and you are able to speak on certain things and you know what it is. But a lot of the times these people don't do that. They always speaking out of ignorance and non-factual information. So, like for example, I did a presentation the other day talking about the importance of dark-skinned people and why we should separate from everybody else because of the love that we receive as a people, as a dark-skinned melanated people. And I got a lot of backlash in the comment section, man. Like these people are just they coming at me sideways. Like they saying all types of nonsense stuff that they can't even prove. We know for a fact that colorism exists in the United States of America. We know that this thing is a real thing. It's a taboo situation where a lot of people don't like to talk about it in our community, but it exists. You can't even argue with me. You can't even debate with me about that. Colorism is a real thing. And I also like to show and prove, not just talk about stuff. I like to show and prove. That's why make sure you stay tuned. I got part 2 of should we separate as a dark skinned people and why we should be separated and can we all live together. Make sure you guys are around for this. This is going to be a very special presentation and we're going to speak about, we're going to delve even deeper into this situation where basically on the pop the balloon, there's a lot of color. There's a lot of these people is exercising, not exercising, but they're exhibiting colorism, colorist traits. In fact, a lot of these people are telling you blatantly, straight word of mouth, that they don't F with you like that. And that's what we're going to be talking about in that broadcast. But let's get back into the importance of standing your ground and don't allow people to try to get you to believe certain things that you know is not true, which is also known as gaslighting. What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a specific kind of emotional abuse that involves simultaneously attempts to convince a person of something untrue while also suggesting that they are wrong, crazy, or not seeing things clearly. Beyond normal persuasion, gaslighting is the intentional act of misleading someone and using manipulative or deceptive tactics to undermine their perception of reality. In a relationship, gaslighting is usually a recurrent pattern of behavior aimed at breaking down a person's ability to criticize, question, or challenge other persons now and in the future. So, this is what we got going on here. We have people in my comment section that's attempting or trying to persuade me into believing that we can all get along together and we all living in peace out here in America. All across 50 states, United States of America, we living in peace and we all get along and colorism does not exist. When we do know that black people is the most self-hating people on the planet. Let me be clear. There's nowhere else on the planet where melanated people hate on each other than black people here in America. I know that. I know this as a matter of fact. Even in Africa, even with them over there and the things that they're going through over there, the colonization and, the worship of white supremacy and the skin bleaching, and even with all of that, nobody does self-hating better than black people here in America. And you got people in my comment section trying to gaslight me and persuade me into believing that, oh, we don't need to separate dark skin versus light skin and brown skin people. I honestly truly believe that dark skinned people need to get the F away from a lot of you, like a lot of y'all. Excuse, I don't want to curse because I know understand YouTube. But listen, we need to get away from y'all because you cannot comprehend or understand that racism and white supremacy is a real thing in America, and the social engineering and programming of a lot of you niggas is catastrophic, and it's something that's still going on and plagues our community right now in 2024. This is not 1554. This is not 1664, 17, 18, 1954. This is 2024, and we're still hating on each other and basically acting like the buffoons that the white man created us to be. These people have socially engineered us. They really got us out here like acting like the biggest agents of white supremacy ever, yo. Like all these black folks out here trying to gaslight people into believing that Kamala Harris is going to be the best representation for black people here in America. I beg your pardon. Seriously, like I beg your pardon. We got black folks out here running around, sitting here saying that Kamala Harris, the mulatto, the mutt, is going to be the best representation for the black diaspora and for black people here in America. Because let me be clear, just like President Obama, when President Obama became the president, he basically was like an idol for worldwide. He wasn't, although he was the president of the United Snakes of America, people in Africa looked up to him. They said, "Oh, that's our brother over there." Like, so people worldwide looked up to him. So if Kamala Harris get appointed to the presidential seat, people worldwide, people of I don't like to use the word people of color. I would say melanated people worldwide is going to look up to her. So honestly, I don't believe in endorsing candidates because that's not my thing. I don't engage in politics. I was taught to separate from our open enemies and don't engage in their electoral politics because it's all hypocrisy. And that's just a matter of fact. My leader and teacher, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, taught me to never, ever get involved with electoral politics involving this country because we understand and know what these people are really about. We understand and know what this enemy is about. The enemy is about gaslighting. All the enemy want to do is gaslight you. They don't want us to hold our ground. Black folks refuse to hold our ground in our position. And that's what this broadcast is about, holding our ground, our position. Sometimes we got to hold our vote. Let's hold our vote out until they give us the things that's necessary for us to progress as a people. You haven't heard not one candidate talk about reparations except Jill Stein, but Jill Stein is an independent. I don't want to get too deep into the politics, but this is all important as everything is tied to one another. Again, nobody talked about the reparations. Nobody brought that up. And I know this. Kamala said that she don't believe that black Americans should get reparations. She said that out her own mouth, word of mouth. But you got black people believing that she's going to be the best candidate. You got some black folks, some Europeans believing that Donald Trump is going to be the best candidate. Would I vote for him? No, I wouldn't vote. Again, I would not vote for anybody because that's not my thing. I hold my position. I hold my ground. I'm going to hold my vote until at least somebody entertain the thought of reparations. We need a reparations package which deals with payouts, cash money, all right? Not land, not school education. We need reparations in the form of cash payouts. Hey, yo, shout out to Jason Black on the Black Authority. He does his thing. I appreciate that, brother. And, we need more brothers that's going to be out here speaking the truth. Yeah, I know he's into the FBA thing. I'm not into that. Again, I'm not into that. But I respect that brother as a black man. But anyway, back to gaslighting, man. The bottom line is don't allow people to gaslight you into believing that because you have a particular decision that you want to make into believing that you're wrong. Just make sure that you do thorough research and get the proper knowledge of what you're talking about before you even jump out there. Thank you for joining me on Bree Speaks. I'm going to conclude there, and I might even do a part 2 of this. And so we can, engage in conversation and let's not be mean to each other, man. The whole purpose of my presentations and Bree Speaks is not about, trying to put people down and stuff like that. It's just, I'm just telling you what's in my heart and what's on my mind and just trying to get off my chest with the reality. You know what I'm saying? We got to wake up to reality. Wake up and smell the coffee. With that being said, thank you for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.